Morning, welcome to A1 Vacuum and Sewing's live stream for almost said Monday, Tuesday, July 19th. Did you find your pot holders?
Stop it.
I don't know why she's mad.
Because you know why I'm mad? Because I have a bad brain. And it makes me angry. Because I can't remember anything. And then half my day is spent looking for stuff that I can't find. And
do you remember the scene
angry.
in Incredibles? And Mr. Incredible is like, I feel like I just saved this place again. And now I'm having to save it again.
I think you're thinking about when he talks about he feels like he just cleaned it up and now he has to clean it up again.
Right.
But not save.
He's talking about saving the world.
He feels like he's the cleaning person.
Right, but he's saving the world.
So,
thank you for your translation.
Sometimes I need to translate for Patrick because he doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So why are you saying that? Do you feel like you're Mr. Incredible?
No, I feel like I
I
find Jeannie stuff all the time, and then I've got to find Jeannie stuff again.
He always likens himself to superheroes and things like that.
That's not necessarily always true.
Remember when we talked about theme music and my theme music?
Yeah, you're. I know, we're not going to talk about that.
His theme music is like from Mission Impossible.
No, I never said it was.
You
from
said
Mission.
yours was like dun 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 dun, and my theme music.
Well, at the time we originally had this conversation, it was when The Matrix was out.
Yeah, so everything about him is like stuff that's really cool, and then everything about me is stuff that isn't.
Jeannie wouldn't pick her own theme music.
We can't do the theme music because it would be like highly insulting to some people, right?
No, we're leaving this conversation.
We're leaving it. Good morning from North Carolina. She who shall remain nameless, because there's so many different names. I just emailed you pictures of the Take a Stand kit that we have for you. So, but it's a kitty. Anyhow, I'm so confused when I address her because she's got 10 names. I don't know. Okay, so number one, I know I've been promising you. I'm always promising you stuff, and I never forget my promises. I worked on the poinsettia thing this weekend because, so the poinsettia class is going to go up, and just look for it. It's not up yet, but probably the third week of August. So I was just redoing my supply list, and I was just thinking because I had somebody, Dawn, who mentioned that she said to pre-wash the...
We haven't seen any issues on our end with Facebook.
Yeah, I think we're good here. And we have, like, our, what's that stuff?
It's all good.
What is it called, though?
Our, flow rates.
Our flow rates look good, ladies. Our numbers are high and consistent. I should be a weather person. Don't you think? Don't you think I do great weather? Oh, everyone says we're freezing. What do you think?
It looks fine on our end here.
This is dropped frames, right?
Yeah.
Our dropped frames say 0. But
everybody says that we're stopping.
Yeah. But everyone says we're stopping.
You know, I bet that we're fine on YouTube.
Yeah. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube, ladies. Just switch over. And plus, it's going to be good for you to be able to find us on YouTube because
there's a lot of stuff on YouTube. Like, I always forget how much stuff, like, we were talking about we were talking about the number of people in kind of seemingly random locations that have found us, and almost all of them have found us on YouTube. Like Jeannie's like, how do these people find us?
Yeah, how do they?
But when I talk to them, they're always like, I saw Jeannie's like video on this, or I saw Michelle's video on
You
this.
saw my hands. Because my videos are usually just my hands. Because I don't know how to set it up where, because I think a lot of people that do YouTube, they have like a switcher, and so they switch from view of them to their hands.
Which we can do, but Jeannie's like, I tried to show her how to do it once, and you were like, that's too complicated.
What?
You
Set it up
asked
for
me
me.
for a switcher, and then I showed you how to do it on Streamlabs.
I need it.
And you were like, no, that's too complicated.
Yeah, but I needed just like my camera. Like, I did it myself. I just hit, when you take a picture and you hit the button that makes it go to you, and then you hit the button that makes it take away
You
from
can
you.
do that too.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
He's trying to do stuff that's too complicated for me because my little brain won't. I think he does that on purpose. And then he doesn't have to help it. He makes it super complicated.
This is like anytime Jeannie does the live stream on her own, which you're doing next week on Tuesday.
Date is wrong in the title.
I changed the title on the I changed the title from the Friday live stream to the 19th, and I'm not sure, something weird happened when I hit start stream today, and that I lost my start window. So it might be that it's still showing the date from last Friday, but I changed it, but like I said, something weird happened.
Should we talk about next week? So Patrick's leaving on Friday
after work?
After work, so he'll be here for the
I might
live
leave
stream.
a little early on Friday to like get the truck loaded, and
So he's taking
I've
Kai.
decided I'm going to Sun Valley
You didn't tell me
Friday
this.
night. Well, because it's so far. It's like 14 hours to Missoula.
Is that bug like smashed on the window on the outside or the inside?
It died, and it's between the solar shade film.
My God. Okay, so Patrick is taking Kai to go look at schools in Montana. And so he's leaving on Friday, and then he doesn't get back until Wednesday night.
I'll be in the store on Thursday.
Yes.
I told the ladies this last
Oh, you
week.
did? I wasn't. So I leave Wednesday morning.
So no live stream on Wednesday, probably.
Yeah, may the flying gods be with us. And so we're
Well, it's a
leaving.
direct flight, so maybe it'll be delayed, but at least you won't have connection.
We're
issues.
leaving on Wednesday morning. So Wednesday it'll just be Michelle and the boys in the store. I'll be here on Tuesday. Patrick will be here on Thursday, and but we're open all week. And I'm taking the kids to Denver, and we're gonna go look at DU, and then Colorado College and Air Force, right?
And Air
Is that
Force
what we're
Academy.
looking at? Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Kai, like, there's like this glimmer of interest with Kai about Air Force Academy, which is funny.
Wouldn't that be crazy if we had a child in uniform?
So, it's funny about Kai, like Violet and I were talking about yesterday, like maybe some of you,
Oh yeah.
yeah, I've so part of what I needed was somebody to actually hold the camera and film me. We were pretty busy last week.
He's got angles that he likes. He's like, get me this way. Get me this
No,
way.
it's
Get
like
me with my arm. I'm just kidding.
we
he
actually
doesn't.
filmed, like, I bought a selfie stick to film some of these videos.
That
and
would
it-
be silly because you
and
need
it just
to like.
looks a little weird. So yes, I will be posting videos on those storage cabinets. My son should be in the store today.
Jenna,
But
you
you
might
know
not
what's
want to see it
funny
because
is-
once you see it, you're not going to be able to say no.
Is Kai?
You're going to say yes, cabinet, yes.
Kai tries to play coy, like he's like, I don't know if I'm that interested, but then he's really interested. And so I was telling Violet, like, Kai like put his phone down and like had me look at something on his phone, but when I picked it up, the text exchange with West came up. So Kai, who's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm that interested in this or that, is like,
You read it?
yeah, of course I did. And so I haven't told Kai this, although I told Violet this. Violet's like, have you ever read stuff on my phone? And I'm like, not overtly. Like, I've never, like, logged into your phone. But, like, if you were to hand me your phone and window was open and I saw it, like, I would read it. Like, I'm not going to snoop, but... So...
I've never read it. I believe everything my kids tell me.
So what Kai...
Is that a mistake?
I don't know, possibly. Imagine if it were you or me. The funny thing about Kai is like Kai is all of a sudden engaged and like interested in these schools, and he's trying to play it coy. And I think part of that is Kai wants to not be disappointed. But like Kai's a phenomenal student. There's no way he wouldn't get into any of these wooey schools.
Yeah, he's
and so like. It's just funny how he's trying to play it off.
Ladies, do you remember, are you going through this now? But this time I feel like it's so exciting. Isn't it exciting? It's exciting looking at schools and thinking about them going to college. Don't you think?
It totally is.
Yeah, we're excited for them.
And
okay.
then it's also daunting because I'm like, man, this stuff is expensive.
Yes.
We need you ladies to shop.
We were at the neighbor's house because they just got 2 new puppies, and she was talking about how her son, who goes to Harvey Mudd, is like, you need to get me a couch, and you need to get me this, and you need to get me that. And she's like, I'm not getting. It sounds like you need to get yourself a job. And then she was talking about
come behind the grocery store, get yourself some milk crates and a 2x4,
and milk crates. And cinder blocks. I remember my shelf in college. I bought cinder blocks.
Yeah.
And I bought just wooden planks. And then I did get, I don't know about you guys, but we used to go to behind the grocery store and steal milk crates. And that would be where we put our books. Like literally that was what we used. Cinder blocks, 2x4 or like wooden planks.
Yeah, everybody had stuff like that in their
milk
room.
crates. And that brought back so many memories. I was like, oh my God, that's totally what we had.
That's totally how we did it in
so,
college.
But you know.
I remember not being able to afford shoes in college. And like I was a middle class kid. Like, and it was the first window into what like not having money was like. Like I did not have a pair of like regular shoes. I had hiking boots and sandals, and that was it. That was like all I really needed. But then I had to like go do something athletic, and I didn't have.
You didn't have a pair of sneakers?
I didn't have a pair of sneakers, and like
we're from the East Coast. We call them sneakers.
I did not have a pair of like regular shoes, and like being like, oh
what?
My God, like.
Was this high school?
No, this was college. And I always had jobs, and I always.
So what'd you do?
I didn't do anything athletic for an entire semester, or I'd play soccer and hiking boots, which is like the worst thing that one could ever do is play soccer and hiking boots. It's like an injury waiting to happen.
You worked, didn't you?
I left. So that semester. I was in Colorado, and when I came home, I literally left all my money with my girlfriend at the time.
Why would you do that?
Well, like, you know, whatever. If
and
I really,
she wouldn't give you any?
Nah, it was like you know, life in Colorado
that was a bad
was
princess.
Expenses.
I would have bought you the best athletic shoes with your money that I could have bought for you, baby. I would have. Okay.
It's like
okay.
this stupid stuff we did.
Yeah, but those were the good old days, right?
No,
like
these are the best days. I don't know why people talk about that stuff like that.
I don't know. You feel
like
nostalgic
life gets
about
better and better and better.
Okay, so I I did get the class up for the sandwich wraps and the sandwich wraps and the snack bags. And I made a whole bunch of samples this weekend, and it brought back so many memories because I literally haven't made these in like a decade because I made so many of them when the kids were young, and we've been using the same ones. So I had this cute laminated cotton in my stash. Isn't this adorable? And so what you're going to need is, and everything should be here at the store. I ordered more of the Pro Care. We have some of it here in the store, but you do need the Pro Care because that's going to go on the inside, laminated cotton on the outside.
And did you make that with your special A1
I
ruler?
used my special A1 ruler, and I was like, I'm so fancy. A1. Because it says A1 on it. And I did put those little stickers. I think it's called Handy Grip is what we have in the store. So it doesn't slide. And I was cutting all my templates out. So you're going to need a template for the round one. And I put it in there. If you don't want to get a template, you do not have to get a template. I never want to take all your money because I need you to have some so you can drive here to pick up your stuff. So just kidding. I would recommend that you get the arrow quilt, which is what I used on the edges of this, just so it has a nice fill. But you can use
some type of woolly nylon.
Some type of woolly nylon, or you can use just regular serger thread. It just doesn't always fill in as nicely as the arrow quilt, and then or arrow flock, and then. There's a whole supply list. I put the supply list together. You can do the big size. This is the 15-inch. And this is going to fit your Aurora wheat bread, which I have a tough time fitting with my 14-inch. But your template.
That's like big bread.
Yeah. But
Did you do pictures with the Dave's bread?
Yeah, I put little pieces of bread in there.
I asked her to buy me certain bread for this trip, and it was like little bread. You know, they make the big Dave's bread too.
I don't think I even put pictures with that in there, which I totally forgot. But and if you don't want to get the template, literally when I first made mine, I found the biggest bowl in my kitchen, and that's what I used. I have a big metal bowl.
But it's so much better with the template.
Oh yeah. Your sandwiches will taste better if you get the template. So there's the template.
Plus you own a piece of A1 history.
Yeah, because these are, who knows if we're ever going to make anything else.
Who knows? Maybe we'll have a whole line of A1 branded product.
Yeah.
Never gonna happen.
That's how cool we are. So I see new fabric on the table. So anyways, we're also going to make the regular sandwich bags. And so we're going to do what your supply list is going to tell you to cut 2 sandwich bags. And then we're going to do snack bags too. Look how cute these are. And so, and then we'll have the Velcro's coming too. I ordered things of Velcro for this store. This one I did with the red on it. And we're going to do ones that have, one that have a little curved end. And then we're going to do with just regular 4-thread overlock because you might like that better. And then we're going to do a smaller one that's going to have the rolled edge on it. So you might like that better too. We're going to do 2 different sizes. All you need for this is going to be a 6.5-inch ruler because we're going to cut 6.5-inch by 15 and 6.5-inch by, I think we did 12.5. And this little curve here, I use the 13-inch round ruler to do that. You can, you could do anything you want with that. So that's going to be up on the calendar. I only put 1 session for 10 people. If it fills up, I will add another session. So don't stress out about it. Just send me an email and say, oh, I didn't get into that class. Can you open up another one? The other class that's going to be up there, I haven't put this up there yet. I'm going to do this as a free sew along. So this, Christine will put up as our deal of the day. And some people have already bought these. I've already sold out of all the refills, but I think I ordered 24 of one and another 15 of the other. This was so much fun. I was supposed to come to the store last night, and I started making pot holders.
Trying to get that for you, Dawn.
And I never came in, so I'm a little behind. I'll be catching up today. But I did these. Like I said, we're going to do a free sew along. they were sold out of this size small, and they're not going to get it in until the very beginning of August. So our free sew along isn't going to be until probably the second week or the third week of August. So don't stress out about it. But order all your stuff so I can, because a lot of people, like some people ordered 7 refills. And so, you know, when I had 2 people that ordered 7 of the large refills, and so that's 14. So if I ordered 24, that leaves 10 for everyone else. So anyhow, I probably ordered a lot more than that. But I'm going to show you the ones
We're giving
I
those
did.
away today, too.
Oh, yeah, we're giving these 2 away today. So there's a size, is it backwards? If I'm seeing it backwards, are they seeing it backwards?
I'm amazed nobody was like, you're backwards.
Yeah, somebody wrote you're flipped. Okay, so here's the size large and here's the size small. I did it with, and I think everyone should get the panel because, well, unless you don't like Christmas. And then you're just a mean person. I'm just kidding with
live
you.
stream. Where's our Friday live stream?
So I used, this is the Kimberbell panel. And I struggle with panels because I'm like, what do I do with that? Am I supposed to cut it and like... So anyways, this panel, which is so cute, and it comes with, it's 3 by how many squares? 3 by 4. So there's 12 of these, right? Let me back it up. Isn't that so cute? They're perfect for this because this one, the back, you're supposed to put 8.5 inches, and that's exactly the size of the squares, as though this panel was made for this project. That's what I think. Isn't that crazy? So isn't that so cute? That one there is just the this little snow globe house. And I cut exactly on that. So this is the large trivet, which is 9.5 inches when it... Oh, I was like looking at the back going, whoop, I did that backwards, but it's non-directional.
That's super weird.
And then I use this on the back. When we do this class, we're going to do the quilting. I'm going to do one. I'll do one where we quilt because we'll make 2 trivets in the class in our free sew along. So you just have to get this stuff. I did this in my IQ Designer. So if you have IQ Designer, you can quilt it in IQ Designer. I'm just thinking as I go because I'm thinking about the class. And then I'm also going to use clear blue tiles. So, and if you don't have clear blue tiles, don't worry about it. You can always quilt this traditionally, like doing grid work. But clear blue tiles, or if you've done any of the embroidered quilts, you have so many designs in your collection. I actually didn't even go into my clear blue tiles. I just went into one of my quilting bundles and I chose the chevron. So for this one, I used the little reef. And then the coordinating fabric, this is the Kimberbell coordinating fabric. And then for the back, I just did another one of these little squares, and I just quilted it with the chevron. So I'm going to do, like I said, we're going to do 2. And the first one we'll use something like a clear blue tile or something like that in embroidery. And if you don't have IQ Designer, then for your second one, you can quilt it the same way.
Will we get the coasters?
Okay, those will go up on the website too this week as soon as I get them up. I didn't realize this is not, in their line, it's not just the trivets. They also have the casserole silicone, I guess the giant trivet, and they have coasters. What's so funny? Do you like that description?
They also have the casserole, the giant trivet. They got a bigger one and a smaller one. How about that?
Well, they have small, large, and casserole, which is like the big one. I think that was a fine.
Well, no, meaning they have smaller ones like coasters, and then they have bigger ones.
The coaster ones are so cute. Okay, the coaster ones are so cute. They're like just little brown coasters, and it comes 4 to a pack.
Did you grow up in a household where it was very important to use coasters? Or did
Are
you
you
grow
kidding
up in
me?
a household where there were just rings on all the tables?
We didn't even have remember we ate off the floor. And when I say off the floor, We ate off of the floor.
They put newspaper down.
Which was, and you've heard me talk about this, we'd get our Willimantic Chronicle, and I'd lay it out all neat, like all the overlapping pieces of newspaper, and then we'd put our plates down on it and eat, and then we'd fold it all up and throw it away, and then, I thought everyone did that. I was like, this is weird. Even Koreans don't do that. Like other Koreans.
Other Koreans are like, you do what?
Yeah, even other Koreans don't do that. They use like little tables that are low to the ground. We just went straight newspaper. And then Patrick thinks we're going to use coasters.
I knew your family didn't use coasters. I knew your family didn't use coasters. We had my mom come to her parents' house
sat
for
at a
Christmas.
table.
Yeah. But we definitely had like a long conversation
To prepare
with my
her.
mom to be like, listen, things are a little different in Jeannie's household.
And when you grow up like that, you're just like, this is normal.
This is what everybody
What do you mean
does.
you don't have a newspaper in your house? Okay.
How many
anyways.
people were sitting at that newspaper though? Like
Yeah,
you had,
sometimes
like-
we had
you had,
all
like,
the relatives, so we'd put
her
out lots
dad
of newspaper.
sponsored like all her family members, so there'd be like, what? Were there 4 cousins?
And
5
so when you
cousins?
like ate your crab and you like chewed it all up in the shell, you just throw it on the paper. Oh God, we sound like savages, huh? And came out. It's like just kidding. Okay. So what are blue tiles? So Clear Blue Tiles is just
It's a quilting system sold by Kimberbell that helps people,
which is nice if you don't have a camera
especially
and if you don't
have IQ.
you can still quilt and you just pick out a template. And I did a video. And
Somebody
there's a
showed
video
me
on
something
YouTube.
on like
Yeah,
Thursday or Friday,
so-
came in and was like, I did this, and I was like, what machine do you have? And it was like definitely a machine without a camera or without IQ or design center. And I was like, how did you do it? And she was like,
Clear blue
Clear
tiles.
blue tiles.
People love their clear blue tiles. But isn't the back cute with the chevron? And it actually, this chevron was supposed to have stitching going down it, and you can see it started right here. And then I just hit stop. I was like, I like it just with this. So I stopped it before it did all of those lines. But then I left that one there. Yeah. Just to be different. I'm unique.
This is like, it's like the Where's Waldo of
Where's the
stitching.
mistakes that Jeannie made?
It's
So
it's what Jeannie
cute!
does to make her
So
stuff
I
different.
think you should all get a panel. I mean, there's only so many panels, but I just got a new thing. If you don't like Christmas, you can do other ones. But it was so perfect because I had the little cute pictures and they look so adorable. And then of course you need some coordinating fabric. And then I did this one in IQ. And I literally just took my muslin, put it in my hoop, and put a layer of batting, and then my backing fabric. I didn't even spray adhesive or do anything, and I just outlined it and just filled it with stipple and sized it and just stitched away.
So, Mary, do you have an IQ or Design Center machine, like a Destiny, Dream Machine, Altair, Stellaire, or Luminaire Solaris? Because the answer is, yeah, we've done lots of stuff with IQ, but the bigger issue would be between the update classes and the we do a dedicated IQ class, which is really what would be built right for you.
Okay,
If
so
you have one of those machines.
this will be in August. Order your stuff, and then when Violet comes in or Kai comes in, I'm going to have them add the coasters and the casserole trivet. And there's also mug rugs. So there's ones where you make the mug rugs and then you have the silicone. And I love that the silicone is this like textured. It just makes it look kind of cool and special. And when you give these away, they're going to be like, oh my goodness, that's so amazing. And you're going to go, I made it.
Do you want to
And they're
chat
gonna go,
for a second
you
about
made
the
that? So
IQ class?
I was told that you need to wash your fabric first because you don't want it to be sewn down and kind of suck down to this. I didn't sew mine because this is just going to be store samples, but when I make them to give away, which I'm going to do for Christmas, then I will sew them down. Okay, so we talked about that. We'll add all that stuff, and I started doing the supply list. I will put that sew along on there, and it's going to be amazing. Let's talk about cup of chair.
Well, hang on one second. So, is there an IQ class on the calendar?
This is the one that Nancy Rickers made, and I love this. It's got the little camper behind here. Can you see that? She was my inspiration. Nancy, thank you for inspiring me. Oh, so what about the IQ class?
Do we have an IQ class on the calendar?
I don't. What machine does she have?
She has a Solaris too.
I think there is an IQ class. I think it's on the calendar. So, Mary, I will check. And if you email me, I'll email you back the dates. But I'll just make sure it's on the calendar.
It is.
Do we have one?
I do not see one.
Okay, so I will get the IQ classes on the calendar because I think there's one.
I need to go unlock the door. Can you manage giveaways?
IQ,
or do you want to just do
you
them
do
tomorrow?
the giveaway right now.
Let's just do them tomorrow.
No, you do it right now. Okay, IQ classes on the calendar. Watch out for my coffee. Coffee drinker.
Okay, so last Friday we didn't ask our question for our giveaway, and we are giving away one size small and one size large of the trivet package.
And it comes with one trivet in there and then great instructions. We're going to do the easy version. So if you look on the back, there's a version where you can put your hand in it and use it like a pot holder. I know. But we're going to do the easy version, which is just a plain back.
So we're going to use the random comment picker to pick our winners. Normally we ask a question, and I just didn't ask a question last week because I was unprepared.
And then if you win and you're from out of town, you do have to...
Doug Urbani.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Doug Urbani. I'm going to give you the large.
And then our second winner is Marlene Bixenman.
Congratulations, Marlene.
I gotta go.
And I have some stuff here ready to ship out to you. We will just add it to your pile. Congratulations. Out, okay, people asked how far we are out in service. We're about a week out. And then let me put, this is going to be for Marlene, and I'll put it in your stack of stuff. If I don't put your name on it right now, I will forget. All right. So we talked about the trivets. Let's talk about cup of chair. So as far as, and that fabric back here is not anything new. This is just going to be cup of chair. That's the panel. It would look really cute with that like candy cane for the like the binding. Wouldn't that be so adorable? So cup of chair. I posted, here it is. We are starting on Monday. I know I sent a note out, and in the note I said we're going to start on Monday, and then I put 7:25, and then the end of the email I put 8:25. That was a mistake. We are starting 7:25, which is next Monday. It's going to be from 10 to 1, and I finished, my printer's not working well, so it does have these streaky lines in it, but I finished this spreadsheet. And the spreadsheet is 10 weeks. We're going to take our time, work our way through it. I know some people, Shelly Saunders sent me a picture and it was absolutely amazing. And she's already completed like couple of sections, I think. She said she couldn't stop because it was so cute. This is going to be the spreadsheet. I posted it to the sew along page. So if you want it, go to A1 sew along and it's going to be there. And I told people this is going to be a fluid living document because I'm going to change it as we go. So for the very first part, The first day we get together for a bunch of the designs, there's a part A and a part B, and you can't do the part B until you do the part A. So we're going to do all the parts A's. So as we go through the sections, those will be done and ready to go. And I put what size hoop we're going to be using, and I divided it out into whether we're going to be using poly mesh or we're going to be using dissolve away, and what hoops we're using and which designs we're going to be hooping together. That's going to be week 1. Week 2, and these are broken down in sections so that you can finish the section and sew it all together. I also put them in, if you look at the order of these where they're numbered, that is directly from the quilting guide. So there is when you buy the quilting designs, because we're going to quilt as we go, when you buy those quilting designs, there's a quilting like a sheet that shows you the entire quilt, and it has everything numbered. That's how this order came from. But I just want you to know that this like hoop required isn't going to be totally right with what we're doing, because I'm going to be grouping stuff. So the sections are right, like this, we're going to be working on these in the section, but the order might change a little bit because I literally went through and put each design in and try to group it and try to make sense of it where we'll have as few groupings as possible. And I am going to be working in hoops sometimes that are going to be 8 by 12. So if you're going to be sewing along and you don't have an 8 by 12 or you don't have an embroidery field that's big enough, then you can stitch along with us, but you might have to do your hoopings differently than what we're going to be doing in the sew along. Because I'm going to try and get us through this. I did add special instructor notes and stitch order for the week. And if those notes, they're kind of meant for me, just so I remember, what design we're going to be putting in, and just to move it up to the top and stuff like that. If it doesn't make total sense to you, don't worry about it. It really needs to make sense to me. And we'll film everything. Everything for Cup of Cheer will be filmed. And whatever isn't finished in class, I finish on my own, and then I post it. So, yeah. So the first 2 weeks are up and ready, and then you're going to see everything else is up there. And the hoop required, that's the only thing that really might change, as well as the final rulers that we need to cut it. I did my best, but I'm only human, so if there is a mistake on it that you see, send me a note so I can fix it on there for everybody. Yeah, your quilt designs are on there, the page that it's on, what section we're working in. Oh, as far as the batting. Oh, just like added a whole bunch of notes. As far as the batting size, I've always done the placement for the batting, place the batting, trim the batting, and then place the background fabric. We're skipping some of those steps. So my batting, I made the batting because some of the ladies said that they skip it and that they just do the batting the size that it's supposed to be without the trim, which will save us a lot of time. We're going to be doing placement stitch for the batting, placing the batting, and skipping the tack down because it's already going to be cut. We'll just do a little shot of spray, put it down. And if this is all confusing for you, don't worry about it. And then we are going to do placement for the background and put it down and tack it down. So we're going to do those steps, but we are going to skip the tack down for the batting, and everything is already going to be trimmed to size. That's why these are the sizes of the batting are already at the tack down size that they've been trimmed, and we're just going to be putting those down. But that's up. So Cup of Cheer, that is going to start on Monday. Next Monday, we're going to start that. And it's going to be amazing. And if you ever miss a day, that's okay. You can jump into the next week and then finish up that other day. You do not have to do this in order until we get to the part where we put it all together, because of course you have to have everything done and complete. And I did a video on prepping for this as well. Okay, Cup of Cheer is done. Any questions about Cup of Cheer? Any news on the upgrade for the Solaris? No news. However, back to business, which is a brothers event where we go and they tell us about new products and everything, which will tell us about the upgrade. That is scheduled for the very first week of August. I'm going to be doing mine virtually, but as we do it, I'll share information that they share with us there, because then we can share it. Then it's out there. You are frozen. Candy, watch us on YouTube because I know we're freezing on Facebook, but everyone says that it's good on YouTube. Hot and humid in Ontario, Anne. That's too bad. Okay, this class A is going up too. We said we're sending all the information to Christine. It's going to be in August. We're going to be doing it in 2 parts. This is Anna's, and that's why it's so beautiful. Anna was my inspiration, but she did this with a layer cake. So we're going to be working with a layer cake and whole cloth. If you need it, we'll send you the cut files for 12 by 12s if you're cutting whole cloth, which means yardage. And then in the class, you're going to be working from a layer cake. So we're doing this in 2 sessions. Michelle's going to do the first session on scan and cut. Do you have to have a scan and cut to take this class? No. I'm going to do the second session, which is going to be the sewing. And you can use the template, trace it out, and cut it out. It has to be pre-cut for my class, but so you can do it. But Michelle's class, like I said, is going to be the cutting on your scan and cut. And can I tell you how awesome that was? It was my first scan and cut project, and I've had 2 scan and cuts. I did 1 paper project, but it was my first project cutting fabric. And it was absolutely amazing because I literally did get out my template plastic. I literally did trace it out. And then when I read the directions and I was like, I need to cut out 24 of these in every size, I dragged out my scan and cut. You know, when you really want something bad enough, you'll figure it out. And Anna helped me, and we were able to cut these out, cut all the leaves. You're also going to be cutting out these squares, and these squares are 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. That's not as per the instructions if you're going to cut them out whole cloth or yardage, using yardage. But we're going to cut all of those on the scan and cut. So look for that later today if you want to sign up for that. I think it's August 18th and 19th. Or is it 17th and 18th? And again, Michelle's going to do the scan and cut part. And then you're going to, with me, we're going to do the sewing part where we create the squares. You're not going to do the whole thing in class. We're not going to do the quilting. We're not going to do the sashing. We're not going to do any of that. We're just going to be sewing the squares in class. We will actually, we'll talk about these and sewing these together. The inner border, the 2.5 inch squares inner border. So that's going to be going up. I know there's more that and if you're looking for layer cakes, we have a lot of really pretty layer cakes in the store. So you can come and get those here and pick those out. I got them specifically for the French Roses classes. And of course, you'll get your class discount on those too. That fabric, I think that's it for right now. I am working on did I bring it with me? Oh, I'm ready for this too. So I will be putting this up. This will go up this week too. If you did this in the class and it's just sitting there because it's ready to be made into a pillow, there'll be the serger class for this to put it all together. So, and you don't have to have, you could just, the serger class that we're going to do is going to be, the serger class that we're going to do, and the ladies that did this, you should have all the fabric already. We're going to do piping, and we are going to do zipper. A lot of you have taken that, but there's some that have not taken that yet. But this is going to be our end product, and you do not have to have a piece front. You could just use just a piece of regular fabric. It could be a piece of muslin. As far as I'm concerned, doesn't make a difference. But I'm going to be showing you how to do the piping, how to put the zipper in, and then you'll finally be able to finish this and put this all together. So that is going to go out. What about the... Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned that, Marlene, because that's on my list, and I think it's right over here. Michelle's going to be teaching this, and she's going to be working on it today. It would have been done last week, but I lost the instructions, and I've been looking everywhere, and then finally I said I'm not going to find it, and so I printed out a new set of instructions. So this is going to be the digital dealer exclusive for August. Kits are ready. So these are going to be the kits, and it has everything in here. Your stabilizer, all the fabric you're going to need, your specialty material. The kits are $11.99. The design you have to purchase separately. It's $10. You'll get the design August 1st. But if you want to get the kit now, get the kit now. And we'll have the sample to show you this week, but it's going to be cute. It's a bench buddy. So it's going to be one of their... it's 8.5 by 8.5, and then you, of course, are going to have the little flange. This is going to be on the site at the, it's just, they're kits, so there's not a discount on the kit. It's $11.99 for the kit. If you want to add the pillow, it's $23.99 with the pillow, and then you need to get the design too. So don't forget to get the design. And those, again, you won't get the design until August 1st. But that's going to be the August 1st project. And I'm so glad you mentioned it, Marlene, because it was sitting here to be discussed. Did that answer that? It'll be fun. I mean, last month's was really fun. We stitched them out, Violet and I. I was like, Violet, you're going to stitch out this sample for me. And literally, I joked with her. I was like, how come you're, and then I was like, I'll pay you to do the sample. And then she like relaxed and she was all happy. She got out her phone and started her hours. But I need that girl to be able to stitch, right? So we did another, and these are all the kits. So if you wanted to do the pouch for, I want to show you the sample because it's so cute. So these are the little pouches, and of course there's the pet pouches too. But this is the bag of coal one, and then this is the Santa Mail one. And your kit comes with both of these, and you can go ahead and purchase these online. Violet did this one. She did most of it. And it was really cute. I don't think she's been on the machine. She is not really interested in the sewing. I'm hoping that she'll become more. I'm like, this is a family business. You better learn how to sew, I told her. But this is the Santa Mail pouch, and this is the bag of coal. And then they're just cinch sacks. So I've got more of these, and I'll be working on putting those together. So anything else, ladies? Can you think of any other questions are you going to have? Yes, Kathy, I do have those in the store. And hopefully I answered all your questions. I have a lot of people to get to. I answered some questions. I'll have some stuff for you this weekend or this week. And just call the store if you have any questions. Have a great day. Be creative and make something absolutely incredible. I hope you've been inspired by some of the things that you've seen. We'll be getting all these classes on the calendar. I promised you all this stuff, and I'm working on it. And I think that's it. I'll see you